Dad? Dad?
Yo! What's up?
What's up?
Welcome to Santa Monica, California World Headquarters. We're here at the Santa Monica Pier. There's an amusement park here.
Yeah.
I've never been. Have you ever been?
I have been here once, but I've never been on any of those rides, and I will not.
Yeah, we're out here today. We're building a little course. A little
giant launch ramp, actually, over this roller coaster.
Yes, that's what we're doing. They told us we had from 6 a.m. till noon to set up. Usually with these kind of jobs, we get a lot more jammed up.
Yeah.
You know, people will be like in the way, or they'll be like sometimes loading.
There's always logistical
There's always
issues.
Something.
Yeah.
We forgot 2 sheets of OSB plywood. Manny ran to Home Depot. That's already done. We already did all the jam ups, and we're at the tail end now. So there's gonna be a foam pit here.
That's sick.
So those guys are building it.
Are we gonna be able to skate that?
It depends how fast they get it up. Yeah, so Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards hired us to build this course here. This is kind of a side activation of the Kids' Choice Awards. They're gonna be doing like a learn to skate kind of give back thing. They made a bunch of boards that I think they're gonna give out, pads, helmets, do instruction, that whole thing. And then we also built a bunch of stuff for the award show itself.
Yeah.
So we did a course, there's quarters on each end and a little pyramid with a rail like up, across, down. Tony Hawk and this girl, Caitlin West, are gonna be skating it on stage. Yesterday, I went to Vista. I had another 5 a.m. morning, went to Vista, Tony Hawk's warehouse. They practiced the routine. They played the song they're gonna do. They're like, all right, we gotta fill 38 seconds. Then I dropped it off at the studio that isn't too far from here. It's at the Santa Monica airport where that's happening. And then this is like I said, a side activation.
It looks good. Dude, this is like your hell week.
Dude, it's gnarly. Yesterday, I left the house at like 5:15. I got home at 11 p.m.
I know, I got your text when you're like, made it home.
And then I woke up again at 4:30 today, left the house at like 5:15 to do this. Then from here, we're gonna go to downtown LA to do the Huff install for their event, which is tonight. Tonight, we have to tear this all down.
You do.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't. Yesterday, I think it was an 18-hour day. Today is gonna be like 20 or 21.
Wow.
But I don't know, it only happens once. It's mostly because, you know, it's Go Skateboarding Day and everyone's trying to do stuff. So this is our 3x16 mini ramp, just our standard one, birch. It's got back caps, you know, just for a more polished aesthetic. We covered up the backs. And yeah, it's all fresh birch. They didn't want us to paint or do any vinyl. I think they're gonna be adding some of their own branding here and there.
I love the raw look. It honestly looks great.
Yeah, it's nice. I love it too once it gets a few wheel marks. I like that look.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we just made this little runway here, 2x4 quarter. Keep in mind, this was built with skate instruction in mind. This isn't, you know, optimal performance or super fun for somebody that's skilled. It will be fun.
No, this is like friendly.
Yeah,
beginner friendly.
This is meant for, you know, kids first, or maybe first several times on a skateboard. They're gonna be holding their hands, teaching them how to pump, drop in. That was the logic here in this runway. Little 2-foot drop in, a little 2-foot bank drop in if the transition like is too intimidating for them. And then it's gonna go into this foam pit that's gonna be 12 foot by 12 foot. There's all the foam blocks over there. They're all vacuum sealed and ready to pop out.
They don't have asbestos on them?
I wouldn't think so.
Are you excited for your 20-hour day?
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped.
Hey, but this is like this is like 2 weeks worth of pay in 3 days.
Yeah, I'm fucking not complaining.
I'm blue, I'm a deer.
He said this song, that Maria, Maria, made him think of like
Cisco. Yeah, when I was like 7 years old, my parents would drop me off at the skating rink, and this music would be on repeat.
I think what we're gonna actually do is skate the course for a little bit, which we rarely get to do when we build these event setups. I feel like it's rare we get to skate the event setups.
Yeah, because a lot of times they're really tight turnarounds.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be like load in the morning, the event happens, load out, and that is the case for this as well. But we don't have any fresh paint. Us skating it isn't gonna mess it up,
right,
or piss anybody off. We got finished a lot faster than we anticipated, so we are gonna have time available,
that's fun.
Which is nice. Yeah. So I think it'll have a nice flow.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What's going right here?
I'm putting a handrail together, not to grind.
Oh,
It's going behind the roll-in.
I've got like a a personal builder's question.
Okay.
When you do events like this, do you really love like pulling up in the Dodge?
I guess. I mean, like, whether it's pulling up to an event or just pulling up anywhere, like, I like my truck.
But I noticed these LA events that are like all these like giant setups and orchestrated events, all of the big like PR guys, they all have these like giant big trucks they pull up in.
They definitely don't need them. I, on the other hand, need the big truck to tow the trailer.
Well, yeah, but don't those guys have to tow like all this fucking shit in here?
Wait, you said PR? Public relations?
No, I meant, that's not what I meant.
What do you mean? Production?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. PA, that's what I'm saying. PA, that's what I meant, not PR.
Okay. I feel confident in my purchase.
Yeah.
Also, there's times where people kind of ask me, like, not that they're pressing me, but they'll be like, what's up with the big truck? You know, I'm like, well, I tow things.
Oh, like they're questioning whether
like,
or
why
not
do you
you're
need that? You
right.
know? If I'm not towing the trailer, like just on a daily basis, or some of my like friends that I talk to, they're like, yeah, you got a pretty big truck. What's that all about? I'm like, well, I tow things, and I
tow mini ramps to Nebraska.
I blew out 3 transmissions on the last one, so unfortunately I need a Cummins Dodge diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough about the truck.
All right, first ramp test. There we go. Nice.
Wow.
Oh, it did grab a little bit. Oh, God damn it. It grabs, dude. We need, man, maybe I should just go get some wax.
Wax! Who waxed that?
What do you mean? I did, dude. It was sticking.
The YouTuber. Dude, the wax is fucking me up. Love that thing like being inset in the birch.
Yeah.
It's so nice like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a wrap. We got everything set up. It's like 11 o'clock. We finished the course by 10. We loaded in at 6. So 4 hours start to finish. And that's including the hiccups of having to go get screws and OSB ply at Home Depot. Now the event happens from 2 to 8. And then we're gonna come back tonight and tear it down. I'm glad we got to skate it for a bit. It was super fun. Now I'm gonna jump down the Santa Monica triple set. You can see the ollie and maybe a front 180. We're here at the Santa Monica.
This is turning into a different video.
Right.
We're at the end of this.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
This video, we're done.